What's up, people? Welcome to the Boys Podcast, the weekly podcast where we talk about the boys. On this episode, we're going to be talking about episode 4. Unfortunately, no one else is here but myself, so I'll be just giving a quick breakdown on my thoughts on episode 4. But before we do so, last week we dropped a review on the first 3 episodes that went out on stream platforms, not stream platforms, sorry, but on visual platforms like YouTube and audio platforms such as Spotify and so on and so forth. We received a lot of feedback on the clips we posted on our social media pages. So I kind of want to quickly go through the responses that we've been receiving. One of the biggest ones, of course, is me speaking about not wanting Homelander to die. I might just insert the clip here for you guys to see.
You know what? I don't know if I want Homeland to die.
What about if it's like they find a way to, like, I guess, take his powers away?
I think that will be cool that he's now human and having his face do that vein thing and looking around and going to like a 7-Eleven buying like donuts.
A normal
like,
civilian like pisses him off, cuts in the line, and you can't do
and
nothing
you can't
about
do nothing.
it.
That would be sick. Because you try to slap him or try to beam him, try to do the eye thing and it's not working, like, rah!
So just touching on that, a lot of people on social media, I'm relating to the clip we posted on TikTok. A lot of people actually were on my side. Some people were saying it's quite boring for him to die. A guy named Films, Filmz, said, "Amen, a lot of brothers don't want to die." Said, "Amen, a lot of brothers don't." He said, I read that wrong. He said, "Amen, a lot of brothers don't want him to die." And I'm on the fence of not really wanting to die. Someone else said, whether he dies or not, we need to see him powerless. That will be interesting. I agree. I think a lot of people are going on the fence of seeing Homelander powerless before dying will be entertaining. And a lot of people are saying they just want him to die. People are saying, one person said on TikTok, "I've seen rumors where Billy kills Homelander but doesn't stop and he becomes the season 5 final boss." Ooh, I ain't gonna lie, I don't want to see Billy be the final boss. That's not a really good build up for me. That's horrible. That's a horrible end. So I would rather not have that. Someone else commented saying it will be too risky because he will do anything to get Compound V. That is very true. If we get a powerless Homelander, he will do everything he possibly can do to get Compound V, to get powers again. So I don't know if we're just gonna have a powerless Homelander that's just roaming the world or a powerless Homelander that's in prison. One of the two, I'm assuming. For me personally, I just want to see him powerless and unable to do anything. I think that's more of an entertaining ending opposed to him just dying. But let us know in the comments below what you guys think as well. I do love the interactions we're getting on these clips. Another clip that went quite off on social media that a lot of people are commenting on, which, to be honest, I'm kind of receiving a lot of backlash on, is my thoughts on the boys as a whole. I posted a clip on TikTok. I'll have it inserted in the video right now.
With the boys, I think some stuff is repetitive now. Nothing has really changed. We tried to kill Homelander, we failed. Next season. Try to kill Homelander, we failed. Next season. And that is happening too much now where it's like, do I even care anymore about them succeeding? Because what happens when they succeed?
So yes, I spoke about how I feel the boys is a little bit too repetitive, and you lot have been killing me on social media about it. What are the comments? We go through the comments right now. Someone said, "L take, bro, stick to your bottom boy show." Damn, okay. Someone said, "Bad take." Someone said, "That's the whole point of the boys, to try and kill Soups. You just want them to stop and hug it out." Which I commented, "LOL, LOL." Someone commented saying, "The most overused generic take." And someone commented with question marks, "How can I be different today?" Someone said, "L take, zero media literature." Okay. Someone said, "Some opinions are just not meant to be said." Okay, so majority of people on social media do not agree that the boys is repetitive. I still stand on it. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying that we are coming to the end. It would have been nice if they did something slightly different. People are arguing. There was a comment that I saw earlier today. Not earlier today. I saw, what comment was it? Okay, so one person, so my whole premise was that I believe that the boys each season, it's pretty much been the same thing. We try to kill Homelander, fail. Next season, we try to kill Homelander, fail. And majority of the people on social media that's commenting on the video that I posted are saying that it's not true. One comment that I do want to read and make sure that I say kind of explains what happens in each season. This guy commented, I want to give him a credit, but his handle is, what's his handle? His handle is X Pretty Potatoes X. I guess he likes potatoes. Their comment is, end of season 1, they tried to blackmail him. End of season 2 was them rescuing Ryan, and they failed twice. In season 3, they haven't failed to kill him each season. Oh wait, am I reading this wrong or did they read it wrong? So they're saying first season they tried blackmailing him. Second season was them trying to rescue Ryan, and then they failed. And then they failed to kill him twice in season 3. Bruv, doesn't that kind of... So they're trying to say is season 1 and season 2 they didn't try to kill him, but season 3 and season 4 is when they are trying to kill him. Bruv, they've been trying to kill him since season 1. I don't know why people are so like hell-bent on trying to push the fact that that is not true. They have. They've always been trying to kill Homelander since the very beginning, and I think that's very repetitive, because now when he dies, is that going to be the big end? I'm assuming probably so, but like, my whole thing was, it's not so much about them trying to kill Homelander. I guess I feel like the style of the boys is so... We know the style of the boys now, that anything they do now is just not new and it's not creative because they've done it before. And I don't know how that can be fixed. So I'm not really complaining. I'm just saying as a statement out there. Hopefully, they're in the last season. They're going to go off to the last season. Next season is the last season. So I don't think it's going to change. I just really wish that they took a different approach with things, seeing that now I think as the audience we know the method of the show, and now that we know the method of the show, how do you still apply shock value or keep us super engaged with it? But I'm still watching, I'm still enjoying. I was just making it clear that I feel like that is quite repetitive, but I still like it. I still think it's cool. So let me guys, but I feel like there's a lot of people in here that are ride or die the boys, and even if they do good or do bad, you're gonna support it. I know I'm not talking out my ass. Is the boys is repetitive? Please let me know in the comments in below, and try to be non-biased, okay? Like, Jesus Christ, like, you lot are just like, oh no, it's not the same thing. It kind of is, but we digress. So yeah, that was the two major points that was mentioned to me via our socials. Be sure to comment below on your thoughts on the boys. We reply to all messages. So I like to keep this community back and forth talks about this show keep going, even if I'm getting killed on socials for my takes. I don't mind. I just like talking about the boys. So let's carry on going through. That being said, we're going to talk about episode 4. This episode, a lot of stuff happened. But this episode is kind of just based on the past and how the past is reflecting their present. A lot of characters are reflecting on their past. Frenchie with the past of killing his boyfriend's family, which is really weird to be doing, to be dating someone that you've known you killed their family. Very weird. Kimiko was facing the past of a woman that she scarred. I don't really know, to be honest, I haven't really been following Kimiko's story too much. There's a lot of side stories in the boys that I don't really care too much about. That is one of them, but she is facing the past as well. Butcher's past is something that I am very interested in. The fact that he's facing the effects of Compound V. Of course, he is dying, and what he did was try to take Compound V to help him, but it apparently made him worse. And we got Starlight dealing with a past of being a bully, which who would have thought, and the bullshit that she had. And then the main person we're dealing with, of course, is Homelander and his past as he returns to the lab where he was creative. So there's a lot going on in this episode, but I want to kind of touch on the main ones that I personally enjoyed seeing in this episode, and that is, of course, Butcher's. So Butcher seems to possibly have new powers. I'm not sure if he has new powers. I don't know if it's all in his head, but there's a worm diggling around in his body, and it seems that he blacks out and stuff happens. So he was attacked by a suit in one of the scenes, and he's been choked. He's being choked to death, and he closes his eyes, and it seems like he's faint, and he opens it, and the soup's body is literally covered in the whole room. Like, it's been exploded. We don't know if it's another person that did it for him and killed them for him, or it's him himself. Of course, he is seeing his past girlfriend in vision, so he's definitely not in the right mind state. So I believe he possibly has powers that he doesn't truly know yet. Maybe another personality jumps in and takes over for him and then gives him the ship, similar to someone like Moonlight from Marvel, who has multiple personalities. I think Butcher may be going for the same thing. Do let me know in the comments what you guys think. We also, of course, have Scarlight's past of being a bully, and Firecracker exposing her for her bully past, and of course having an abortion, which led Starlight to do something that is kind of out of her character and results straight to violence. She went straight down to the protests and beat the dog shit out of Firecracker, which for me was a mixture of, oh my gosh, you're ruining everything, everyone's on your side, you just need to stay in the office and not go attack, like stand your ground. But no, she went to attack, and part of me was like, damn, she being hella bad. That's kind of cool, but also like, you messed up, you messed up, you know, you messed up the whole campaign now. No one's gonna want to be next to you now because you just resorted into violence. But she's dealing with that, and she's having a complete breakdown with her past. It would be nice to hear a little bit more about her bully past, because she has come across throughout the season as being the sweet, wholesome girl. To find out that she used to be a mean person when she was younger is very interesting for me to see. And of course, you know what I did not write on here, which I should have mentioned, of course, is Huey is kind of dealing with the past, but not so much as the others. He's kind of, for one, he has taken away his anger towards A-Train. He no longer wants to carry that pain. Of course, A-Train in the first season, first episode, literally ran into his girlfriend and just took away her whole body. And it seems like Huey is now forgive him for the action, and just wants to carry on with his life. But even though he has forgiven him, he's still doing silly stuff, as his dad is essentially dying, and he decides to give him Compound V to help bring him back to life. Which at the end of this episode, you see him open his dad, who's played by Simon Pegg, opens his eyes, and now we're gonna deal with him and the effects of Compound V in his system. In the comics books, they've said that people that have died that get Compound V turn into like super zombies. So his dad may become a super zombie, which is a silly mistake by Huey. He in this season is dealing with the return of his mother, which I've been seeing people's comments on social media stating that Huey's mother may not actually be there. That was stated after we did our review on the first 3 episodes. This is before I saw episode 4. So while I was watching episode 4, I was locked in and watching Huey's mother, seeing if she's interacted with anyone outside of Huey. And she did not. There was one moment where the doctor was talking to them, and the mother interacted with the doctor without it saying any words though. All she did was just give a head nod to the doctor, and that was it. I do believe that Huey is hallucinating. Butcher is not the only one that was taking a lot of Compound V. Huey was as well. And we haven't really seen what the side effects has been from Huey taking Compound V. And this may actually be it, him hallucinating his mother. I don't think his mother's there. I think soon we're gonna find out that she was never there the whole time. And that's something he's facing with as well. What else? Before we talk about the big story about Homelander, I do want to touch on a few other things briefly. Super Sage and the Deep are getting freaky. They are matching each other's freak. So Super Sage is a new character added in, who's the smartest person in the world. It seems like being the smartest person in the world is very daunting, and she takes breaks. She has said that unlike other suits that heal their body, her brain heals constantly. So what she does is at times she will damage her brain so it can dumb herself down for a bit, and she has moments to just be, I'll say, a normal human being. During these times, she finds the Deep very attractive. So essentially, when she's dumb, she loves the Deep. And obviously, the Deep is so dumb that he's willing to just go with it. And he just gets freaky with her at these moments, which is very interesting and a funny double-A's moment to have. And I'm enjoying it for the most part. And we'll see what happens going forward. with that, because when Super Sage is healed, when her brain is actually healed, she hates the Deep. So you're gonna see how the Deep dealing with essentially two different Super Sage, a smart one and a dumb one. Also, to add on that, another thing we're dealing with is Ashley and A-Train. They so Huey had A-Train go get some compound V for his father. He knew that Homelander had it in his house, so A-Train went to Homelander's house to get some compound V. He gets caught by Ashley. Ashley was also doing some fuckery in Homelander's house as well, and they both look at each other like, I won't tell if you won't tell. And it's given an approach that they may become a team to possibly stop Homelander. Are we going to see Ashley and A-Train join the boys? Who knows? Possibly, maybe. I think they may help the boys more than ever before. And that's the little nuggets that's been happening in this episode. But the main thing in this episode, of course, is Homelander returning to the lab where he was created. So in episode 3, he's having a moment where he's talking to multiple personalities of himself, and he essentially, the main person in the mirror, he's talking to the mirror, talking to different personalities of himself, and one of them says, "We need to go home." And in this episode, he goes home to essentially fix what they have in, fix the stuff that they have made him into. So he Anthony, what's his name? Sorry, what's his name again? Anthony Starr? Is it Anthony Starr? Anthony Starr, who plays Homelander. Yeah, Anthony Starr. Anthony Starr, who plays Homelander, gives a demonic, dark performance that a lot of people are saying that this is one of his best performances ever, and he deserves an Emmy for. I'm willing to back that up. I don't know if this episode particular was the best performance ever to me. I enjoyed it quite a lot, but he gave a very intense moment. He's talking to the scientists that raised him while he was young, and new scientists in this lab, and he's talking to each one of them, and he's given an array of different emotions. So when he enters with a bag of cake, gives it to them at so sweet and hubby, but we know the Homelander, he has a iterative what's I'm looking for? What word I'm looking for? He has a different angle, of course, with this, and we'll see that he, of course, wants to kill every single one of them, and he has a intimate moment reflecting on the past with each of these scientists that dealt with him as a child, and he finds ways to literally humiliate them and kill them. One particular is dealing with a scientist that dealt with him when he was younger, and at times, of course, he was a young boy, so he used to masturbate quite a lot. And during those times, the scientists used to make fun of him, calling him, Squeaky, which is such a mean name. So much so that Homelander decides that he forgives him, but for him to fully forgive him, he needs to see him masturbate in front of him. And he tries, and he forces him to do so, and he tries his hardest to masturbate, but of course, in a very intense moment, he's unable to do so, and Homelander says, "If you don't get hard and masturbate in front of me, I will blow off your penis." And he fails, and he shoots him in his penis, and blood gushes everywhere. And Homelander's performance is so scary. You don't know what he's thinking. He's very unpredictable, and that's what makes him such a great villain. There's moments where he's laughing, moments when he's sad, moments when he's angry, moments when he's neutral throughout this whole episode. And it is just a clinic of an actor giving a great performance. I think Anthony Starr should be highlighted for his performance in this particular episode, and for his performance of this character since the very beginning. He has done some really great stuff. There's been moments where there was one scene where I think it was probably season 2 or season 3, where Gail was trying to commit suicide, and Homelander comes up to her and she essentially goes, "You know what, I don't want to die." And Homelander's like, "No, jump off the building, kill yourself. You brought me all the way up here, you're going to kill yourself. Do it now." And those moments are just so intense and so sinister that people are rating him one of the best supervillains ever. But there is side effects with this type of performance, because Anthony Starr has said that he is dealing with a lot of weird behavior from fans, which is very annoying, and fans really need to stop doing this. It's said that a lot of fans are treating Anthony Starr, the actor that plays Homelander, as if he's Homelander, and like just being like douches or like being mean to him in public. And it's like, bro, he's acting, okay? He's being an actor. He's not really that character. Let's not be too much, okay? This happened with one of the characters from Game of Thrones. He played probably the most hated person on TV, and he had to deal with a lot of mean people on the streets. Like, guys, let's understand, this is entertainment. They're playing a character. Let's not make their lives hard outside of the actual show. Okay, but yeah, he gave a really good performance. It starts with him, episode starts with him going in the elevator with cake, and ends up with him leaving with blood all over his body, and it gives the symbol of like he seems reborn. Throughout the season, we've seen him give numerous facial reactions, a lot of them being very neutral, and a lot of them being very angry. And probably one of the first moments I possibly we've seen Homelander smile. Before he leaves this lab and after he's killed a bunch of people, he finds out that one of the scientists literally tells him that the way you are is what we made you into. The reason you desire love is because we hired the best therapist in the world to make you desire love, because we know you're too powerful and you can kill every single one of us. And your need for love is what keeps you from destroying everyone. And in this very episode, it seems like Homelander has accepted that he no longer wants people. He no longer needs people to love him. And as he leaves the elevator, he starts smiling, covered in blood, giving the impression that he no longer needs that from people, which means the next episodes is going to be very intense, because we're going to deal with a Homelander that doesn't need people's love. And that right there is going to be a villain that no one can stop. And we've got a lot to deal with. Promo for the next episode has dropped, and it seems that Nate and Sam and Nate from Gen V will be popping up in this episode. It should be interesting to see. I'm very interested to see how Homelander behaves in this episode now that it seems that he's been reborn. I want to find out how Huey Dad is with Compound V, and of course finding out what is Butcher doing and what if he has any new powers. Do let us know in the comments below your thoughts of this episode. Before I wrap things up, there's one more clip that I wanted to talk about. Of course, I mentioned that a lot of people are saying Homelander is the best, one of the best supervillains ever. We did post a clip on our YouTube shorts talking about it.
Do you guys think Homelander is the best supervillain that we've seen?
Ooh, no.
Who would you put above him? Joker.
I think what makes Homelander great, he's unpredictable. You don't know who he's gonna kill at
Yeah,
any given time.
So we posted up saying, is Homelander the best supervillain? This episode 4, kind of shows that he might be up for the running, but a lot of people on the internet are saying there's others. Some people said Reverse Flash. One person said Homelander isn't the top 10. When you think of supervillains, you think Thanos, you think the Joker, you think Darth Vader, you think the Empire, you think Magneto, you think the Green Goblin, the Octopus. So people are kind of decided. I'm not ready to say he's one of the best villains, you know. I don't know why. There's something missing. But I think he's up there. I think he's top 20 for sure. Top 10 maybe. Top 5, I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. Because I don't know. There's something missing for me to say he's the top villain. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think. This is my review on episode 4 from season 4 of The Boys. Check us out next week where we talk about the next episode. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let us know all your thoughts on everything dealing with The Boys in the comments below. Until next time, peace.